My goal for the personal project was to learn sign language and create videos explaining the basic signs of ASL, American Sign Language, which is the most widely used sign language in the world. I then decided that I was going to share my knowledge with the first 4 grades of the MYP, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, and grade 10, in order to, in fact, make them understand some of the basic signs of ASL. The most challenging thing about the personal project was being able to be organized and hand in everything on time, as not only I had to work on my process journal, but I also had to work on the report and on the actual project. I personally enjoyed everything about the personal project as I learned something new, the basic signs of ASL, and I also learned how to be more organized and prepared in order to achieve all of my goals. However, I wish that I actually understood better how organized I really needed to be in order to hand in everything on time. Yes. No. Sorry. Please. Thank you. Good. I personally understood better in the personal project that I actually procrastinate things, and I think that after and while I actually understood that I procrastinate many of my actions, I worked harder in order to achieve and become better at this goal. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tommaso Baldini, and today I will talk about my personal project journey and answer 5 different questions. So the first question is, give a brief description about my project. So my project was a book about the history of Italy's Air Force, talking about the different aircraft, different design, different history of the aircraft. What was the most challenging thing about the personal project? I believe that it was the research, because I had to use a lot of books. I had to research about planes that were like almost 100 years old. Hence the information available was very scarce. So I had to use books who my family had, and I had to push a lot to get the sufficient amount of research. What did you enjoy about the personal project? I really enjoyed making the product because it was very satisfactory to see that I can create a good output, because I think it was really good, and that I can work well when I put a lot of effort into something. What do you wish you had known at the beginning of the project? I wish I had known that printing processes were not as long as I thought, because I had to push myself a lot faster to finish the project, because I thought it would take 5-6 days, but it turned out to even take 1 day, and it was fine. So that was a bit of a time waste, but from that that was fine. Did you learn anything about yourself? Yes, I learned that if I manage my time well, I can create a good outcome, a good product, a good project, whatever. But I think that if I push myself, I can become a better student.
My project goal was to help people in the Sahel region by teaching them how to build water filters from scratch. This will help them to avoid diseases related to unclean water, and being the birthplace of my mother, I absolutely wanted to help people I share the same heritage with. The most challenging part of the personal project for me was certainly meeting deadlines, because of my procrastination habit, and it was really difficult to keep up, but I managed to achieve my goals on time. I enjoyed seeing the children cheering as they got crystal clear water, and the satisfaction that helping so many disadvantaged people brought me was indescribable. It was just amazing. Before starting the project, I wish I knew that I would have to make a lot of modifications to the report before handing it in. And I wish I knew that meticulously planning my time would have been so much easier for me. From this personal project, I learned that I'm a bit difficult to work with, and I need to work on my ATL leadership skill, but as for the rest, I think I improved as a human being, and I discovered that I enjoy helping others.
My personal project is based on horseback riding. As a matter of fact, I have created 2 guidelines, one in English and one in Italian, based on the common mistakes made in horseback riding and in different areas these are made, and on how to improve your relationship with your horse, your bond. The most challenging aspect of the personal project was the time management. It is really difficult to juggle homework, assessments, things you do out of school plus the personal project. So I would really suggest you to manage your time effectively. The part that I enjoyed the most was when I almost finished the product, when let's say a month ago, when I saw all of my hard work and the result of it, seeing that what I had in mind came true, and seeing that the product came out as I wanted, and seeing the social media accounts I've opened have been gaining attention. That was really the peak of the journey. What I wish I had known was how time-consuming, in a good way, this project was going to be, and on the structure of the final report, because you really need to stick to the structure the IB wants, because that's really the most important thing, because they will really evaluate your final report, which is what you write, which is really important. Through the personal project, I haven't learned about myself, but I have learned about my sport. Meaning that I have realized how lucky I am to possess this knowledge and to share it with people who are interested in my same field. But most importantly, how lucky I am to have such a bond with my horse, and how dangerous this sport is, but how at the same time it can be really beautiful.
Basically, my personal project is about organizing and creating a sneaker event in Norway, where attendees and resellers can buy, sell, trade some of the most rare sneakers on the market, and just come, live a unique experience and have fun. However, due to COVID, I had to postpone the date to late this summer, so I decided to create a book where I included all the things that I did, designed and made print out in this book called The Process Behind the Creation of Sneaker Culture Oslo, where I can show all the things that I've done. Well, I would say that the most difficult part was promoting the event using social medias like Instagram, and it was very difficult to promote it and spreading the word without having to spend an absurd amount of money. I enjoyed every single thing about the personal project. I enjoyed the challenges, the good things, the bad things, the things that I didn't know and I learned, and yeah, the overall project. Well, I would say that you should always try to ask as many questions as possible to your supervisor and constantly ask for feedback, because they know exactly what you're supposed to do and how you should do it. I have for sure learned how to be more organized and organize all the work that I have to do and respect deadlines.
Hello there, welcome to Federico's cooking show. Today I'm going to be cooking a simple but quite delicious dish called pasta matriciana.
Hello, my name is Federico Duck, and today I'll be talking about my personal project. So, what I do for my personal project? Well, I basically filmed some videos where I was cooking different dishes from different cultures. For example, I did pasta ragu for the Italian culture, and then like a miso soup for Japanese, and I put it on YouTube, so I made a cooking channel, YouTube cooking channel. Then, for the thing I found most difficult, I guess to say it was the report. Yeah, the report was the most difficult because it was the longest part to do. You had to write a lot, and yeah, it was pretty long in general, pretty hard. Well, I think the thing I enjoyed the most was actually cooking the dishes, then try them out later with my family. That was pretty nice. What did I wish I had known at the beginning of the personal project? Well, I wish I would have known how to use different editing applications and servers, because the one I use, iMovie, isn't really the best for my personal project. In fact, some part weren't edited properly, but it was fine. It still ended as a good result. So next time I think I'll use more advanced ones yeah. And did I learn anything about myself during the process? Well, I'd say I retapped my passion of cooking, because before this I kind of stopped liking cooking, but now I enjoy doing it. I cook regularly with my family, and yeah, it's very nice. Pasta alla matriciana.